Yo, what's good, guys? This is take two of our trade recap for today. So, heading into today, our bias was bearish, and we'll explain why. We had um, this big, big daddy move up yesterday from CPI. Oh, first of all, news. Today we had PPI and unemployment claims. Came out an hour before market open, and it came out bullish for us. Bad for the currency, but bullish for us. But news didn't affect the market that much at all, so that's a good sign for us to trade. And we were bearish because we had this big equilibrium, drew out from the low to the high. That was our main target. We were quite overbought, overextended on the 4 hourly as well, quite overextended. So we wanted to see some form of downward movements, which we caught. Same with Nasdaq, same situation. From the low to the high before market open, equilibrium filled out there, and also the low to the high. That's when we had our main target on. Looking quite overbought when I see some downward pressure. So we also had a high time frame SMT divergence from this high to this high, 15 minute, yeah. So from 8 o'clock to 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. Nasdaq made a high, then a higher high. ES made from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. there, high then lower high. This means that Nasdaq is likely to follow with this. So that's what we were looking at to start with. So our eyes were mainly on Nasdaq to start with, because of this SMT divergence. That's just more bearish bias. So moving into session open, we had a move up, sweep out 1 minute highs, and we filled in. Oh, firstly, 5 minute SMT divergence again. Sorry, I keep jumping to this, I keep forgetting about it. We see market open, high here, move up, move down. Nasdaq higher high, move up, move down. ES made a high here and a lower high here. So that means NQ will follow ES and move lower. So we're looking at NQ really. And on the 1 minute, we see this candle gap from the close of this candle and the open of this candle gap. This acts similar to a fair value gap or an imbalance. We want to see price. Well, price would like to seek and fill this imbalance. So we get up in there on 1 minute and we break 1 minute structure to the downside. Along with this break, we see this 1 minute bullish imbalance and this 1 minute bullish imbalance get invalidated. For me, that's enough to enter. I wait for the move back up because after a break of structure, you normally get a little move back up. So I entered here, as you can see by the red arrow, entered our shorts here. What we could have done better for this trade was wait for 1 minute equilibrium to be filled. We had it from the high to the low. We had this, we see we come into discount. We could have waited and got a fill like here maybe, but we didn't. We got our fill right there. Either way, it doesn't really matter. Our stops were above these 1 minute highs or on these 1 minute highs. We could have played it tighter and had it down here on the gap, but we didn't because it was a high impact news day. We see we risked 0.835% on this trade, which was the cheapest we could. Yeah, and our one and only take profit was these 30-minute pre-market lows here. That one. That was our target. And we come down and we get it. That was our trade. You can see 1.38 RR. We could have waited for a better fill, but we didn't because we entered off of the 1 minute break and the double disrespect of the imbalances, which is a lot of bearish confluence for me. We did have, like I mentioned before, that hourly equilibrium down here that we could have targeted. We could have targeted, and that got hit at 23 minutes past 3. So we could have targeted that. But we didn't. I was like wanted to play it safe and target the low resistance liquidity over here, which we did. Big stops. But that's our NQ trade done. Moving over to ES. We had the SMT ski. We had a big 1 minute imbalance. Oops, 1 minute imbalance here, and 1 minute equilibrium from the high to the low. We come up into discount zone, fill the imbalance, and break 1 minute structure. I was like, I could enter there, but do I want to enter there? Not really, because we were in this 1 minute imbalance. I waited for this 1 minute imbalance to get invalidated, and we moved lower. I entered off the 1 minute invalidation and pushed back up slightly. Got our fill there. Stops above the original 1 minute imbalance. We could have had it above equilibrium if we wanted to. Again, we didn't. Could have, would have, should have, whatever. I'll take profits again. Low resistance liquidity down here. We could have had it at that hourly equilibrium mark, or extra high time frame liquidity sweep. We could have had that there as well, but we didn't. But it is what it is. One take profit, 1.55 RR, nice and easy. We risked 0.3625 for this trade. So overall for the day, we risked just over 1%, which I'm happy with. I think today we had good risk management strategy. That was our trade. What I could have done better on this trade was wait for, we can see this 1 minute imbalance here. Wait for that to get filled along with equilibrium of this tiny little range here. We could have waited for that to get filled and then entered off of this candle close maybe. But we didn't, and that's all right. But overall, that's our trade for the day. Made 1600 on our 100k account. Oh, what the hell? Account balance is now at $104,369.55. And I'm happy with our trades for today. That's a trade recap. I will see you all if I take a trade tomorrow.